Welcome to this HTML tutorial. In this video, we're going to be talking about the title and alt attribute. But at first, we're going to be talking about the title attribute. So these title attributes are used if you want maybe a tooltip whenever you hover over your image. It's mostly used for images, but you can also use it for your paragraphs or your H1 tag, your H2 tag. You can use it for anything, but it's mostly and widely used in images. Okay, now what we want to do here is when we hover over our images, when we hover over this image, we want a little tooltip. Okay, we have this image here on our web page, so when we hover over this image, we want a tooltip. So that's the use of the title attribute. So let's do that. You come over here, you use your title attribute, title, and then we just say a house. Sorry. Now let's refresh this. We refresh, and now let's hover over this image. Now you can see our little tooltip there. So that is what you use the title attribute for. Okay, now let me give you an example of the alt attribute. Now these alt attributes are mostly used if maybe the browser fails to load our image, or maybe we didn't give the direct part of our image. Okay, maybe if the browser couldn't find our image due to us not giving a correct path for our image, or if maybe the browser fails to load our image, that is where you use the alt attribute. It's also called the alternate or alternative. Okay, and you want to name it with something relevant, something related to the particular image. For example, now we have a house. So for your alt attribute, you use, for example, say alt. So now you can see this image over here. We name it a building. This is this is a house. So we want to name that alternative with something related to a house. So let's just give it building, because that is a building. A building. So now if the browser fails to load our web page, or if we name a wrong path in our image, this alternative attribute for building will show up, thereby telling the user that at least this image that is not showing is a building. Now the user will know that it's a building even if the image is not displayed. Okay, so now let's just give this image a wrong path. So let's just put 1 over here so the image won't show. We use 1. Now let's refresh this. We refresh this. Now we refresh. Now you can see the image didn't show, but you can see this alternative, the alternative called building, the alt attribute. Now the user will know that at least it's a building. The image is all about a building. It's a house. So that is the alt attribute for you. Okay, so if the browser fails to load your image, or if you give a wrong path for your image, that is where you use the alt attribute. So just always make sure when you are using an image, always make sure to put your alt attribute. So in case the browser fails to load your image, or maybe if by mistake you used a wrong path, so just always make sure to put your alt attribute. It's a very good practice. Okay, yeah. So that would be it for this alt attribute and title attribute. Yeah, that will be it for this video, guys. I will see you guys in the next video.